All right, final deck of the day. Yet another Japanese air deck, but this time we're pairing our Japanese cards with Italian units. So this is a aggressive deck that's using Italy's highly efficient air units combined with Japan's payoffs such as Burning Sun and Naval Supply Run to swarm the board and take out our opponents as quickly as possible with our big scary support line of air units. Not sure if there's anything else much more to say about that. I think if you've been playing this game for a while now, you understand that Italy has this kind of air unit package that you see we're running here. Got some top end fighters here in the form of A6M2 ZERO and Shiden. Shiden in particular being a very good card to steal games out of nowhere against opponents who fail to play some guard units out. Just kind of skimming this list and looking at some other things. Oh yeah, For the Emperor. How could I forget about For the Emperor? Airggro, that's what I'm going to call it, Airggro. For the Emperor can be particularly scary because oftentimes the thing about air swarming out with your air units is that it's hard to operate them all because most fighters have a 2k operation cost, and even the ones that have a 1k like these Fiats and Machis, you still can't really attack with too many of them as efficiently. So for the Emperor, reducing their operation cost down and giving them +1 attack besides that can allow for some really high burst potential, just high damage turns, especially with Burning Sun as well. So let's jump into some games and see how we do with this. Maybe this is the deck that we can use to get under what all these discard and resistance decks are doing. Speaking of which, how have you found this deck against resistance and discard in particular, Sorvillo? I keep debating whether I should call you by your Twitch name or your in-game name. Do you keep Type 94 in your opening hand against an aggressive deck? We've been facing a lot of Japanese control decks, so it might not be that, but... Really? That's unfortunate because... we've been playing them, it seems, all day. Why did I just pass my turn and not play out this Type 94? We're just gonna pretend that this was my top deck. What a tilt. Now we can't play this. I guess I'm obligated to do this, otherwise he's going to draw 2 cards. But maybe that's wrong with Naval Supply Run in hand. I'm not sure. Alright, well we could double surprise attack somebody and kill a big unit. That's kind of nice. I feel like I'm supposed to save this Naval Supply Run for when it can buff at least 3 units. This with Naval Supply Run is kind of interesting because you're more likely to discard these surprise attacks that you may not want. I think in this case we want to do this, yeah? Maybe I'm wrong about that. I like this card. I think this is a card that we've experimented with in a Japanese aggressive deck earlier in this season, and it seemed to be pretty good as a kind of a replacement in the German aggro archetype for Alliance. So we have a German Japan aggressive deck that uses this to good effect. I think next turn we can play out the MACCHI Naval Supply Run, shoot him in the face, assuming that we keep this 0, which might not be the case. All right, we keep it, but we're not shooting him in the face. Now the fortunate thing is that this can't trade into here because it has ambush, but one defense means there's a lot of things that could finish it off. He could be running zeros himself. I'm curious why it took him so long to decide to play that 0, but here we are. I don't think the deck can come back from this position. So we'll move on. It's fitting that that a discard effect finished us off there. Even when our opponents don't need it, they have discard effects. Keep, I think this is a full keep. This time I will play my 1 drop on 1 instead of skipping my turn. I kind of like this card with in a deck with Naval Supply Run. Like I said, the surprise attacks fill our hand as like this chaff that can get discarded by it, but they can also be useful in certain situations. And then of course you just have a 0 operation cost tank that can get buffed and do some great damage. Nice try, opponent. It's sarcasm, but it's also just a game in the end. So there's no reason to get too upset at things that are beyond your control. I'll move this up. Maybe the 2 damage is just better than putting this in range of a Woken Giant potentially, but there's another Amphibious Assault for guards. For a potential guard somewhere down the line. I don't think I want to just use it to pin this. Although that might be right. It's resource efficient and it means this doesn't trade here. He clearly doesn't have a Woken Giant in hand, because if he did he would have used it. He could draw into it. Yeah, I think I'm going to do that. Oh, got rid of an interception. Alright. I think that's worth. Okay, we're gonna see him trade here, but that's still 2 damage he's taking from the trigger. Ugh, well that's unfortunate. I think we'll play that out. Hope that the B-17 misses the 0. He might be forced to not take the gamble with the B-17 and just play out a guard unit, which we can take away with the Sendai. Okay, well, you're dead on board. Kill you. Our opponent was like, play Corsair, play Engineers, pass. And I said, kill you. I will draw my card for the turn. Kill you. GG. Blackbird, thanks for the follow. Appreciate you stopping by the stream, and I appreciate your support. Hope you are enjoying your Friday afternoon and are ready for the weekend. I know I am. Yes to Rising Sun with a Type 94 in hand. I like keeping the Macchi. You can trade effectively if he's aggro. It's also just good pressure. It's just a good 2-drop all around. I think I keep this whole hand, yeah? I think I like this whole hand. I'm not gonna get... I would want to play out a 2-drop and then Rising Sun the following turn, but maybe I'm not supposed to get greedy and just draw the card immediately. I don't know. Let's get greedy though, because this always represents a draw 2 on 4 anyway. Yeah, let's get aggressive. Be aggressive. Be aggressive. 1, 2. Okay. I love that sound effect. Flampanzer for my... No Flampanzer, so I think this is a for the Emperor turn because this thing has Fury. Oh, man. Yeah, okay. Good stuff. Yeah, that was a good series of draws, for sure. I don't think I'm supposed to keep this. That's a bit speculative. Honestly, it might even be we're supposed to throw all this back looking for a 1-drop. Maybe I'm supposed to keep the Akita. Akita's a 3-drop though. It's kind of expensive. Yeah, I think I'm supposed to look for a 1 or 2. Okay, cool. I like going... Is it first Signal Regiment always or Bicycle? Because Bicycle just gets a Woken Gianted, but it represents damage now. Go with that. I'm gonna feel bad if it gets hit by a Woken Giant, but really, that is not something I was expecting. Can our deck even beat this deck? We don't really have ways to do. If he buffs this with supply shipment. Does this deck have a way to beat it? I guess it's Sendai Regiment, which we mulligan because I put him on ramp. Because of course I put him on ramp. Oh, well, that's a thing. I'm gonna feel, if I use this and then I get another Type 94, I'm gonna feel super bad. This and throwing these two away kills this, but not this turn because I don't have enough resources. And if he buffs it again, we can't do that. So pinning it might make him think twice about buffing it again. But honestly, are we winning a game anyway where I have to throw away these two units? And this Fiat's just never going to be more than a 3-3 at this point. I think we're dead. We're either on the hope we draw Sendai Regiment or hope we draw another Type 94 plan. Like, I don't know. Sendai, Type 94. Oh, okay. We got out-memed. We got out-memed, chat. I think I keep all of this, right? Or is 2 Rising Suns too many? I need actual threats. Seriously? I mean, I guess it is for people who are sick of playing US ramp but still want to play US. I don't know. Okay. Do I need to assume that when I see US HQ across the table, they're playing aggro and not ramp now? All right, I think we're finally gonna get to draw cards with Rising Sun with this as our turn 1 play. Yay! Look, we got to use our cards. That's so nice. Oh my god, I got to use a second one? We're so lucky. Oh, punished for using our cards. Punished for playing cards that draw cards. Our opponent got us. I guess we just try to put as much crap on the board as possible and then, like, supply run for the Emperor. Our opponent saw the line. Our opponent saw the line. They're gonna play the thing that doubles resistance cards in hand, I'm sure. But we'll just play this, this, and attack. Oh, they're gonna play a Panzer 3H. That's what they're doing. Nope. Not Panzer 3H. It's like such a good card. I don't know why he took so long to decide that that was the correct play. Okay, well, hopefully we get to keep these units. Can our opponent finally play something that doesn't kill our stuff when it enters play? Nope, apparently not. That's not in the cards. Go ahead and get rid of these then, because I need to get my French achievement anyway, right? Okay, cool. So now our naval supply run's very likely to discard a resistance card, which is nice. I'm just gonna use this now. And why not? We'll get rid of these. Do they have... They need, like, root out the enemy. Okay. Got him. Seems like a solid hand. Uh-oh, we're getting knock-shubbed. We're getting knock-shubbed. I'm sure we're about to see, like, Flampanzer into Sudden Strike. Because, of course, we will. If we had, like, one more plane on the field... Basically the same thing. I don't think we're gonna beat the deck with removal and Knockshub. Unfortunately. Don't think that's in the cards. If our Fiat G.55 stuck around, we might have had a shot because it represented 9 damage with that Burning Sun, and they were at 11. So we might have been able to burn them out with like Akitas or like just something else at some point. But this deck might want Yamamoto. That could be something to consider. The USP 45 Master, thanks for the raid. I hope you got a good stream. I think we'll start with this. I appreciate it. Welcome everyone. If you're just tuning in, this is our final deck of the day. We're playing it for about another 30 minutes. It's a Japanese Italian Airggro deck. And but after this, the stream's not over. We're moving on to a new game, actually. Something I've been looking forward to playing for a little while now. Wingspan. If you're familiar with board gaming world, you've probably heard of it. It's a card game themed after birds. It's pretty much that simple. But if you're like, if you enjoy games like Cards, it has a lot of cool combos and synergies that you can take advantage of. So if you have the time, stick around and check it out and see if it's something you might enjoy. All right, where are we headed with this? Let's play these two out, shoot them in the face. Alright, next turn, this Burning Sun with these two units represents a lot of damage. And then we can start dropping these Fiats. Is that what we're doing this round? I think so, and then we might be throwing one of these into there. Unfortunately, that's actually kind of unfortunate because we would have been able to play our G.55s. It's too bad. Kind of want to kill this, eh? We have other ways to deal with guard units like these two plus this. I kind of want to just get rid of this. Yeah, at least this pin effect is more fair compared to some of the other ones in the game that just pin everything for one card. Oops. Good aim, opponent. Good aim. I think I'll actually kill one of these. Look at our opponent helping us complete our French achievement. Again. Maybe I'm just supposed to... Nah, that's fine. Burning Sun does it, yeah? Heal that. Oh, would it have? Yeah. I just liked killing his commandos because, you know, screw those commandos. I believe you, though. I didn't do the math, obviously. Missing lethal is kind of a theme of this channel, so I believe you that we missed lethal at some point. It's a bit speculative. Like, keeping either of these is kind of speculative. I really like the MACCHI, though. I think I'm supposed to keep that, but, like, bin one of these. Maybe it's this. Whoop, we got another aggro. Once again, thought he was playing ramp. Failed. So now we can't even play this because we're just gonna... Wow, that's unfortunate. Our hand kind of turned out to be pretty poopy. Kind of very poopy. Oh my god, seriously? Let's just move on. That game never happened. Turns out this deck is really bad against the US aggro decks. With their 1-3 tanks. Yeah, let's never speak of that game again. Am I supposed to naval supply run here? I don't know. I'm gonna do it anyway. Nice. So now we can play a FIAT G.55 after shooting him in the face. Oh yeah, that's right. We still had a discard effect to pay for, though, so that might have not happened. That's fine. We got there, though. Now we have lethal on board. He's gonna play the 4-4 guard, though, of course. Oh, okay. He's got stuff. Our opponent's doing stuff. Oh, there's a dead draw. Darn. Now even if we draw a Blitz Japanese unit. Ripperino. Maybe I was supposed to use Amphibious Assault on the Type 93? No, really I just needed that AKITA Regiment ping to hit my HQ. We're doing okay. We're getting run over by US-Italian aggro decks. Because it's really hard to fight for the front line against a turn 1/3 tank. Oh, I guess we could have drawn to Shiden. This isn't my deck, so I forgot that it was in there. Our chances of draw, we had exactly one turn to draw it though, so the chances of it actually being successful pretty low. Yikes. So he hits face, we have to hit face and hope he can't deal more damage the following turn. Our opponent's reading the card. So now they know what they need to do. Well, that sucks. You're not kidding that it has a hard time against other aggro decks. I mean, it could be good against aggro if you get off to a good start, because then it's very hard for them to attack into it. Yeah, I mean, like, if we... Yeah, sure. We could draw running Akitas, and we could get lucky and have their trigger hit the exact units that we need them to every time, yada yada. It doesn't matter. That's not gonna happen. What do you toss in this hand, Sorvillo? Like, what do I do with this hand? This is all super speculative. I think this is a keep, but like, I don't even know about any of these. You dump these two? Yeah, this aggro deck might have too much thinking. Why didn't I attack with this? Oh god, I am tired, guys. Been playing this game for too long. God. You really need your draws to line up well in this deck. Yeah, yeah. I'm supposed to pin that sucker. Just look for more stuff. I don't really know. I don't think we can win anymore. This deck really needs to get off to a solid start if it's to stand a chance. Ugh. Ober, you can like DM me on here on Twitch, or you can DM me in the Cards Discord. Okay, we have a hand. I think I like Naval Supply Run. I'm gonna keep it. I'm gonna play this. Because even if he has an answer for our 1-drop, we can go second 1-drop Rising Sun next turn. Okay, great. Great stuff. Actually, I guess I should have gone with this because he could have had Careless Talk, but we didn't get punished for my careless mistake. Now Naval Supply Run next turn could be very good. With the, what do you do here, Sorvillo? Do you play out, do you get greedy and you play out a Type 94 Anamachi, hit face, and then hope to get like super big Naval Supply Run the following turn? He hasn't done anything for 2 turns. I think that's what I want to do. Tried to bait out a From the Deep. He didn't have it. Yep, good point. He doesn't have root out the enemy next turn. What is our opponent doing? Okay. There we go. Yay! Our aggro deck beat the deck that didn't do anything for the first 3 turns. Whee! I know, but he did... But how often are you running into people that don't do anything for the first 3 turns? But still, it does serve your point that you made earlier. I've mentioned this multiple times. I don't know if you were here for it. I actually really like Naval Supply Run with those Type 94s. Because the surprise attack, which we're probably not playing most of the time, can act as a buffer to the discard effect, and then like obviously a zero op cost tank unit with that card is very good. If only it was a 1-2 tank, though. Just so it doesn't die to random pings and stuff while you're waiting for Naval Supply Run. That's a neat British... Oh, this is the this was the Battle of Britain special card back, yeah? I think I keep the Akita with Rising Sun in hand, but maybe I'm supposed to throw it back looking for like an early Japanese unit to play. He's Britain, he could be a little slower, so maybe it's okay to keep this. Okay. I think I'm supposed to go Macchi turn 2, right? Yeah. Yeah, I got there right before you posted it. Okay, okay. I'm gonna save this for a guard unit. Now I might want to do it. Next turn we can move up AKITA Regiment, draw some cards. Maybe we can burn them out with their triggers. That's unfortunate. Oh, he got some bad hits on that commando though. Never mind. Oh wow, our opponent knows what we're doing though. Yep. There's an amphibious assault. Maybe I was just supposed to use it on here and kill? I don't know. I felt like the card draw propelling us into more stuff was better, but maybe I was supposed to kill the commando. We're dead to a sweeper anyway, so if I do this, there's more likely that like something survives to the next turn. Okay. Yep, I guess we're on the draw Shiden plan now. Close game, either way. Now we're on the draw Shiden plan and try to survive till turn 11. And now we're out of range. I guess I could see how far away we were from it, but I'm certain we're just dead. Yep, he had a really good start, and that would have been a nice card to get early. That would have been enough. All right, we'll play one more with this. We're just under the hour mark for this deck. And then I'm going to take a quick break and we'll be back with some Wingspan. We're continuing with that air theme today. Nice. That's not an easy thing to do. Congrats. Hopefully your rewards are decent. That might be something we might try next week, depending on how many viewers submitted decks I get. Maybe we'll spend this draft ticket that we got as part of this login rewards. I love Mooncake. Was this was the aggro player we just barely lost against last time, yeah? That's a good start for our for being on the play. I think next turn we play and move up the Akita, plus obviously shoot its face. With that, now next turn our Fiat G.55s can start going ham. Alternatively, we could shoot face, play MACCHI, play this. Which is better against a Sendai Regiment if he has it in hand. But I think we just gotta, but like the more time we wait, the more likely he is to draw into Sendai Regiment, so I think we just gotta get this thing down now. Like if we somehow know he has Sendai Regiment in hand and we want to try to like bait it out by making like, because this is kind of an annoying thing for his deck to deal with too, then maybe I'd consider it, but without knowing, you're probably just supposed to play this. Higher chance of it just being bigger impact. Well, that's wow. Okay then. Our opponent just kind of wanted it more than us. So now what? Don't really want to get furied. But this, if I trade into there, we probably have to do that anyway at some point. The elites in this game, man. They are just some of the swingiest cards. Okay. I think we were destined to lose this game. I think it was preordained. Like, all right. I think that's good enough. I think that's gonna do it for cards for me today. Hey, look at that. We got our Italian achievement though. That's cool. Look at that. Have you ever seen a number go that high? What? Drunken life, dreamy death. Glory to the Empire. For those who don't have a magnifying glass on hand, that's what the two emotes I just earned from that achievement say. Look at that, we're like 2 cards away from this. Just like a handful of cards away from that. Well, a little bit more than that, but Cool, cool, cool. All right, fun game stuff. So I'm going to take a quick break. And then we're going to be back with some Wingspan. So don't go anywhere. I'm just going to get some water and some maybe a food. I don't know. But then we'll be right back with some more games. So yeah, stick around, guys. In the meantime, ooh, can you hear that? Can you hear that lovely music? I'll be right back. I don't have this set up for Wingspan, do I? Oh, I do. Wait, I gotta do this. Alright. We're gonna be playing some online games soon. And if for those of you who aren't familiar with this game and don't know it, don't worry, I will be explaining it soon.